Hello, YouTube universe. My name is C Nation NGU010. Today is April 28th, 2011. And just real quick, I'm making this video to somewhat take a break of my hypothetical presidential run in 2012 videos. I will continue doing them at a probably next week. High chance maybe either this weekend or maybe next week. I don't know. It's a question mark. But I will continue to do it. So yet again, I'm making this video simply a rant somewhat. It's a semi rant kind of. Um, Simply, I'm making a quick comment about the royal wedding, the great royal wedding of William and Kate. And lately, since as you know, I love to watch politics. Lately, politically, just last night I watched. No, I'm sorry, 2 days ago, Joy Bear. She had uh, Larry King talking about the royal wedding, and Larry King made a point that what about yeah, the BP oil spills, all right, the situation in Libya is okay, and all that other stuff. And simply, I agree. And simply, to break it all down in this video, who cares about this royal wedding? Who gives a? I don't give a flying flipsy. I don't think the United States of America should be interested. I don't think our media, from CNN, uh, the Fox News, MSNBC, link for it, and so on and so forth. Who gives a flying flipsy about the royal wedding? Honestly, I don't know who William and Kate is. I don't know who Princess Diana is. I never heard of her. I only know a little bit about her. She used to be way back then, decades ago, whatever. She used to be a famous uh, princess, and then tragically she died, and then um, it's because the media was, I'm sorry, the paparazzi was following her and all that stuff, and and everything. And anybody seen the news lately about this, about the royal wedding? Every little last detail, everybody is bickering about it. Can't shut their trap about it. It's so obsessed. And like I said, Joy Bear, she was talking about it. And to break it all down to everybody, the reason, probably asking the question, why our media, why the United States of America is so obsessed with the royal wedding? I gave you an answer. It's all psychological. It's a distraction. It's simply a way, it temporarily scapegoat to try to run away from all the stuff that we've been hearing in the United States, the negative stuff that's going and is happening in America and around the world. It's all psychological. It's the same concept that people who smoke cigarettes, who take drugs, who consume a lot of alcohol to become completely drunk and wasted, and so on and so forth. It's all the same concept that people are using the same way to run away from the problems and issues and all the crazy stuff that's happening. And also, if I get this correctly, as I heard from the Inside Edition, as I heard this from 2 days ago, that the royal wedding is going to be a bummer. Literally, it's going to rain. The freaking wedding is going to rain on William and Kate. The place is going to be soaking wet, and honestly, I hope it gets soaking wet. It'll be not to cause harm. It's not going to be. I'm not saying to cause harm, but the place is going to rain anyway. And even though I understand that it was like a story that someone had, it was snowing. I think it was like a football. I don't know. Someone had their wedding in the football stadium, and it was snowing. And heard another story saying that on their wedding night it rained, but yet they still continued. And yet again, who gives a flying flipsy about the royal wedding? At first, I somewhat had tiny bit interest in it, but yet again, honestly, within myself, based on right, wrong, common sense, and truth, I don't know who William and Kate is. I don't know who Princess Diana is. And technically, there was this woman in London. If you haven't seen it, you got to check it out, or if you don't care. But yet again, this is shocking. It's this woman in London has, at least she said, over 10,000 pieces of memorabilia everything on the royal wedding, from the royal wedding to Princess Diana, everything about the royal wedding. It's crazy. And it's very tragic that we should be focusing on more important things than just two people getting married. What about the war in Iraq and Afghanistan? No one's not talking about that anymore. What about the economic crisis that is affecting the 98% middle class and mainstream Americans, and most of all, hard-working Americans? We're not talking about that anymore. What about the BP oil spill? It's been over 1 year since the BP oil spill, and it's still barely no recovery from it. Republicans like Paul Ryan want to strip and cut Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, and other important government programs. Going to cut. And we're talking about the royal wedding. Really, we're talking about the royal wedding. That's the media. So I love President Obama's term for it, catnip on it. Catnip. Everyone is catnipping on this royal wedding. You got to be kidding me. We're not talking about the truthful things that are going on. People lost their homes during this foreclosure crisis, and we talk about two people getting married, two unknown people from the who living one of late Princess Diana's sons who's going to get wedded.
That's a big deal. He's the heir to the throne.
Yeah, yet again, like I said, who gets some flying flipsy about it, because
it's history.
It's two people getting married. Anybody know? Anybody understand? If you think about it, the statistics in the United States divorce rate is up right now. How that happened, I don't know. So and I don't know. Yet again, we got to talk about the important issues, like I said, the foreclosure crisis, FAA, flight air traffic controllers are going to sleep right now. They're going to sleep as they looking at the airplane say you travel from one destination to the other, and we're talking about two people getting married, but a bunch of the news is it's freaky, it's crazy, it is absolutely crazy, and yet again, I'm going to say this for the last time. It's all psychological. The reason why everyone's so obsessed with this royal wedding is psychological. What about the important things? Two people getting married, that's it. And I don't know what happens after the wedding, technically. Will the media go back to their jobs of reporting about, what was it, Jon Stewart? I just saw a video with Jon Stewart. He was mentioning about, tragically, 9/11 first responders. Some douchebag, idiotic, stupid Republican from Florida once somehow secretly added some sort of amendment of the 9/11 first responders bill, of saying that they have to fill out some form to say they're really not, if they are a terrorist or not. That's not newsworthy. I don't understand, technically CNN reported, but yeah, we got to continue reporting about it, because that's very important, because the people who, the firefighters, New York firefighters, the EMTs, and everybody else who were there on that tragic and fateful day on September 11, 2001, and we're talking about two people getting married. So if I get this correctly, senior citizens' lives are at risk of Paul Ryan's idea of cutting Medicare. Many Republicans who feel that cutting the things of hardworking Americans, of 98% middle class and mainstream Americans, hardworking Americans, stripping those things that end up affecting us in a negative way is more important than two people getting married. I'm sorry, is less important than two people getting married. Like I said, our 9/11 first responders are less important that we should be focused on than two people getting married. Millions of Americans losing their jobs is less important than two people getting married. Halfway around the world, in England, a country that we whipped, that we beat them back, what is it, like 100 years ago? 100 years ago in the Revolutionary War. You got to be kidding me. What else? sleeping air traffic controllers is less important than two people getting married halfway around the world of a country we beat hundreds of years ago in the Revolutionary War. War away. What is millions of Americans losing their homes in this foreclosure crisis is less important than two people getting married. Our children, our children's the issue of overweight and obesity in our children right now. That's the reason why Jamie Oliver is. You've been seeing this guy everywhere, barely or all the time, is because he's trying to help our children. Even Michelle Obama is in this. The First Lady Michelle Obama is in this discussion about. She has a great program called Let's Move Initiative, but that's less important than two people getting married. That is absolutely shocking. Now, yet again, I love America. I'm well, not. Yet again, I love this country and everything else, but we're talking about two people getting married. People are struggling. Let's think about this bigger aspect of that. People are struggling, and we focus on two people getting married. That really says about something. This may sound far-fetched, but it's somewhat of the same stance with Donald Trump's bashing of China. If you think about it, I don't know. But yet again, this is an embarrassment to the United States or around the world that we're so focused on two people getting married with this royal wedding. This is more important than the 98% middle class and mainstream Americans. The unfair of tax breaks towards the rich. Tax breaks towards the rich is not important towards the news. Only two people getting married. I along with a handful of people on YouTube are talking about this. This is what we care about. This is what we care about, really. Two people getting married. I don't know who they are. So that's all I got. I know it's not a quick comment, but it's something. So my name is CNation NGU00. I'm out here shouting, "Rock the Royal Wedding." See you.